High blood pressure can drive up your risk of developing serious health conditions, such as coronary heart disease and kidney disease. Lifestyle factors can cause your blood pressure to rise to an unhealthy level. Low blood pressure is less common, but it can be just as concerning. How can you tell if your blood pressure is dangerously high? High blood pressure is often related to lifestyle facts such as excessive drinking, smoking, eating fatty foods, and being overweight. Living a sedentary lifestyle and not exercising enough can cause your blood pressure to rise. High blood pressure is a major issue in the UK. It affects around 25% of all UK adults according to the NHS. High blood pressure is also known as hypertension. It can be hard to tell if you have the condition, as symptoms only appear if your blood pressure gets extremely high. What is a healthy pressure range? Blood pressure measures the force your heart uses to pump blood around the body. Blood pressure is recorded in millimeters of mercury. It's measured using two recorded numbers, the systolic and diastolic pressure. The first number is the systolic pressure, is the force that your heart pumps blood around the body. The second number in your reading is the diastolic pressure. This number shows the resistance to blood flow in the blood vessels. Healthy blood pressure should sit between 90/60ths of a millimeter of mercury and 120/80ths of a millimeter of mercury. If your readings sit above 120/80ths of a millimeter of mercury, you could be at risk of high blood pressure. Elevated blood pressure readings range from 120 to 129 systolic and less than 80 mm Hg diastolic. Brits with elevated blood pressure are at risk of developing high blood pressure without preventative steps, such as changing unhealthy lifestyle habits. But blood pressure increases as you get older according to the medical website Thrombocyte. So what is a healthy level for your age? Blood pressure by age: 1 to 5 years, 95/65ths of a millimeter of mercury; 6 to 13 years, 105/70ths of a millimeter of mercury; 14 to 19 years, 117/77ths of a millimeter of mercury; 20 to 24 years, 120/79ths of a millimeter of mercury; 25 to 29 years, 121/80ths of a millimeter of mercury; 30 to 34 years, 122/81ths of a millimeter of mercury; 35 to 39 years, 123/82 of a millimeter of mercury; 40 to 44 years, 125/83 of a millimeter of mercury; 45 to 49 years, 127/84 of a millimeter of mercury; 50 to 54 years, 129/85 of a millimeter of mercury; 55 to 59 years, 131/86 of a millimeter of mercury; 60 to 64 years, 134/87 of a millimeter of mercury. You can only know for certain if your blood pressure is too high by getting it checked. The tests are quick and easy, so if you think you could be at risk, it's worth booking a checkup with your GP. Related articles: the anti-aging drink that can regulate cholesterol and blood pressure. Supplements could raise risk of atrial fibrillation. Study fatty liver disease. Doctors verify dietary tips to reduce scarring.